Hello everybody, I'm Aga. Welcome to Streetwise Sessions. Today we are looking at the wonderful work of Hannah Kendall, and who's a brilliant composer in The Knife of Dawn. And before we look at that properly, let me tell you. You've got to remember that poet Mr. G will be with you for Culture Club tomorrow at 2 o'clock. You're going to be writing, developing and performing your unseen poem. I know that you've done some work last week, which is absolutely fabulous. So you're going to be doing some more development work, so don't let me forget that. As I said to you before, we're going to look at The Knife of Dawn with Hannah Kendall. There's a lovely picture of her there. And we're going to be devising, we're going to be creating our own piece. In this session on the Facebook Live, I'm going to devise with you. I won't be able to hear what you're saying, but I'm going to channel your thoughts so we can go through the process. And then in the Zoom sessions, we're going to be furthering that whole process and seeing what we can come up with the source material. So more about The Knife of Dawn and Hannah Kendall a little bit later. Let's do a little warm-up. Just sit back here and could you do this with me? This with me, please. Here we go. And clap. Beautiful. This with me, please. This with me, please. And clap. Here we go. This with me, please. This with me, please. And ha 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 ha. And can you do a big yawn, please? That's about 72%. That's about 84%. Bigger one. Much better. Tap your legs. Tap your legs. Tap your legs. Gently tapping your chest, tapping your shoulder. Can you tap your arm nice and gently? Do whatever you're comfortable with. Do whatever you're comfortable with. Do not do anything you are not comfortable with. And you give yourself like a little massage. Ooh, give yourself some love. And then if you rub your face, can you give yourself some love? Yeah. And the side here is quite nice and relaxing, isn't it? Here we go, very nice, and just relax. Gently raise your shoulders. And relax. Raise your shoulders. And relax. Can we have a smiley face, please? Smiley face. And a sad face. A shocked face. An angry face. A scared face. Could you do that with the sound? We'll hammer hollow. And again with the sound. Confused face. And you know what's coming. Confident face. Hey, 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 how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Last one. Hey, how you doing? Beautiful. Let's do some breathing. Back straight, shoulders relax. We're going to breathe in for 4, breathe out for 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. In for 8. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As we usually do, in for 8 and out for R. Any note you like, it'll be amazing if it fits. But I can't hear what you're singing. So it's gonna fit in my book. Here we go. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Just relax. Can you repeat after me? Can you go? Na 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 na. Go. Na 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 na. Very good. Na 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 na. Go. Na 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 na. Me. Na 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 na. Go. Na 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 na. Me. Na 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 na. Go. Na 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 na. Beautiful. We're going to put it all together. I'll go first and then you're going to have a go. Here we go. Na 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 na. Together, here we go. And this time with ra. This is a good exercise for your mouth. Ra, ra. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ra, 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 ra. And last but certainly not least, this time with ag. Can you say ag? Say ag. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are we warmed up? I think so. Let the games begin. Here we go. So, I talked to you before. I'm going to turn this piano off so I can lean onto it and not go. So I talked to you before a little bit about Hannah Kendall and the Knife of Dawn. The Knife of Dawn is a chamber opera, which is a small opera for a smaller ensemble, and it's based on the story of the Guyanese political activist and poet Martin Carter. It's set in a prison cell towards the end of a hunger strike in 1953. He was incarcerated without charge. In Carter's own words, he had been fighting for and was wholly dedicated to the winning of a liberation from a foreign country, that was Great Britain. Hannah has set 6 of these wonderful, beautiful lyric poems, evocative lyrical poems, and set them over the course of the hour of the opera. So the opera almost entirely consists of a setting of 6 poems, and then 4 of those have been used as a song cycle as a separate thing, all on their own. Hannah Kendall was a British composer of Caribbean Guyanese descent, and she wanted the opportunity to highlight Guyana's significance within the UK's history, drawing on cultural and political and social issues still very relevant today. So, let's talk a little bit about Guyana and their history of. So obviously the indigenous peoples and Europeans came in around 1498, I should say. Columbus had gone there, but it was actually Sir Walter Raleigh who started the colonies there, and the Dutch had colonised it into little separate colonies, and then the British came, and there was a big hoo-ha between the British and the Dutch, and the British assumed control in 1796, putting all these colonies together and calling them British Guyana. British Guyana gained independence later in the 26th of May, I should say, 1966, and became a republic on the 23rd of February in 1970. Okay, Martin Carter the poet, which we will be focused on, was born in Georgetown in what was British Guyana in 1972. His primary income came from civil service. This is quite important because he knew the inner workings of government or the bureaucracy, and his poetry was a side thing from his main income. It's quite hard to make a huge income from just poetry unless you're already independently wealthy. In the year 1948, he saw the first publication of a fragment of his poetry, and in 1950, Carter became one of the founding members of the socialist anti-colonial People's Progressive Party (PPP), led by Chetty Yagan. He published his second poem, The Indian Woman, in the same year, and in PPP journal Thunder, under the pseudonym M. Black. In 1953, and this is an important year for what we're going to be focused on, Carter left the civil service and stood for the PPP under the first universal suffrage elections in British Guyana. He was not elected, but the PP won a convincing victory. And in October 1953, following the British government's declaration of state emergency in Guyana, he was arrested and detained without charge on suspicion that he was spreading dissension. Okay, so he was unfairly detained for his political beliefs. While detained, Carter took part in a 1-month hunger strike beginning on the 23rd of November, organised by the detainees as a protest against the injustices of the government. They're being held indefinitely without charge. That's the most important fact. So we're going to move on from Raymond Carter. The important thing was that his poetry was about protest in the same way that you have protest songs. And the important thing is that he was in prison for his thoughts, for his ideas. I just want to, one of the themes when we're devising is going to be the idea of fiction, fact and fiction, and power and powerlessness. So I just want to give you a tiny extract of what one of the governors in British Guyana was saying in to sending back to the British Empire his thoughts on that in the weird PPP election in 1953, which is the year that we're totally focused on. So this governor was called Sir Alfred Savage, which I know it's very Dickensian. British Guyana was a basic sugar economy of restricted output, which provides frugal conditions of life for many people. There is rapidly increasing population, which will mean poorer standards of living in the future. The generous grants by Her Majesty's government had done much to assist the local situation, but the economic outlook is grim. I have now toured all the densely populated areas and seen for myself the general conditions of life. There is indeed, as elsewhere, much fertile ground for communists. The vast majority of the people are not communists, but there is no doubt that they felt the voice of the common people was not heard in the previous councils of state, and they demanded a change. Unfortunately, the only leadership offered was the highly organised PPP party. Last statement. He talks about the party members. Every one of these men is a deep bitterness of feeling against the British. Against Britain, the past administration, and or against society in general. Yagan brought up on a sugar estate. Burnham twice abused publicly overseas for being black. Yarning Singh, qualified agronomist, failed to obtain an appointment in his country. Chase, a reasonable trade unionist labelled communist unfairly. Lakman Singh and King warned off certain sugar estates. And you've got to remember, when we talk about sugar estates, we are talking about certainly previously unpaid labour. Okay, and so you get this idea. You've got this thought about facts and fiction. You've got this idea of having people having power, people not having power, people wanting to gain control and using their voice to gain control, and that voice being suppressed by the state. Let's have a read of one of one of Martin Carter's poems. This is the one we're going to focus on. This is the dark time, my love. All round the land brown beetles crawl about. The shining sun is hidden in the sky. Red flowers bend their heads in awful sorrow. This is the dark time, my love. It is the season of oppression, dark metal and tears. It is the festival of guns, the carnival of misery. Everywhere the faces of men are strained and anxious. Who comes walking in the dark night time? Whose boot of steel tramps down the slender grass? It is the man of death, my love, the stranger invader, watching you sleep and aiming at your dream. Moving stuff, isn't it? Absolutely moving stuff. And you really get that sense from the poem of there's a sort of powerlessness, but also what I really love about it is there's a real dignity from the poem. So there's that sense of still feeling like, oh, well, I'm a proud person. We are a proud people, and here is my criticism. It's worth noting again that he was on hunger strike, and so there was all sorts of hallucinations and stuff going on in his head. So I mean, I'm not suggesting that you go on hunger strike to infuse your creativity, but it's just an interesting thing to add. That idea of reality, non-reality is a huge thing. So let's do a little bit of devising based on little extracts from it. We're not going to do something exactly. We're going to imitate what Hannah Kendall did for The Knife of Dawn. It's an hour-long opera. Just one person is the main character. There's no chorus, as it were. But Hannah does use a vocal trio as part of the accompaniment for the final piece. Okay, so whilst there's no what we call chorus, people singing the word as part of the stage, there are people in the pit, what we call the pit, part of the orchestra, part of the ensemble, accompanying these words. So let's look at a little bit. So first segment. This is the dark time, my love. Can we say it? This is the dark time, my love. Now, dark has all sorts of different meanings in this. And my love is really light. So let's go, this is the dark time, my love. And let's have a really dark chord for the dark, okay? This is the dark time. My love is quite light-hearted, isn't it? This is the dark time, my love. So you've got that nice contrast. You go, this is the dark time, my love. And should we add a tune to that? Because you're not with me, I know you would help me. You would help me with this, but can't bounce off you. So I'm just going to choose this random note. This is the dark time, my. Should we go up for love, my love? And should we have an action for that? This is a dark time, my love, and release, yeah? This is the dark time, my love. We're exploring those words, what those words mean, our response to them, both with our physical presence and with our voices. So dark time, my love, yeah? Really compressed. And then release, my love. It's an ironic my love, isn't it? An ironic my love. Here we go. This is the dark time, my love. 2, 3, 4. This is the dark time, my love. Beautiful. What's the next bit? All around the land, brown beetles crawl about. All round the land, brown beetles crawl about. And that means quite a lot. That can mean quite a lot of things. You've got to remember which we've discussed before. Sugar was the main source of the economy. So that idea of being connected with the earth is a double-edged sword. Normally, when we talk about nature, it's like a beautiful thing, but if you're connected to the earth because in part of slavery, those brown beetles crawling about are a bit of a reminder of like a sort of almost like a shoe putting you down. So all around, brown beetles crawl about. Can we do this? Can you do that? So we've just done. This is the dark time, my love. So all around. Yep. Can we say that? All around. Beautiful. Brown beetles crawl about. Yeah. All around. Brown beetles crawl about. Yes. Let me just do that. All around, brown beetles crawl about, And can you do that? What's you do that? All around. Brown beetles crawl about, brown beetles crawl about. Can you do that? 2, 3, 4. All around. Brown beetles crawl about, brown beetles crawl about. From the top, here we go. This is the dark time, my love. All around, brown beetles crawl about. 2, 3, 4. This is a dark time, my love. All around, brown beetles crawl about, brown beetles crawl about. And again, all around, brown beetles crawl about, brown beetles crawl about. Beautiful, nice. So can you see what we're doing? We're word painting, we're creating together, we're looking at text and thinking, how could music reflect what that means? Okay, like we're just doing it, just just responding to the words that are coming out. So here are the next words. Move this out of the way. This is the dark time, my love. We've already got a motif for that, a musical idea. This is the dark time, my love. This is the season of oppression. Now, is that going to be happy? No. Should we make it a big moment? It is the season of oppression. Can we do that? This is the dark time, my love. It is the season of oppression. This is the dark time, my love. It is the season of oppression. Can we like a big boom? Can you do that? From the top to that point. This is a dark time, my love. All around, brown beetles crawl about, brown beetles crawl about. All around, brown beetles crawl about, brown beetles crawl about. This is a dark time, my love. It is the season of oppression. Stranger, invader. So that's just going to be the biggest moment, isn't it? The stranger. Can you say the stranger? Liar, nice and loud. The stranger. So we're going to have the stranger invader, watching you sleep and aiming at your dreams. Got to be really nice, but with a hint of nastiness. Dream. Nice. Well done, guys. Well done. You get that idea. You look at those words and you say them out loud to yourself. Think about what they mean, and often a rhythm or a tune will come to. And this is something we're going to explore together. It's super, super exciting. Using the same text, but I want your ideas, and we're going to make it really work. Now, we've explored the Night of Dawn loads. I think, just to think about Ghana again, let's look at a little bit of a Ghanaian folk song, okay? There's a Ghanaian folk song called Hear Auntie Bess. Yeah? Hear Auntie Bess. It goes like this. First bit goes, Hear Auntie Bess, hear Auntie Bess, hear Auntie Bess, a holla. Hear Auntie Bess, hear Auntie Bess, hear Auntie Bess, a holla. 1, 2, 3, go. Hear Auntie Bess, hear Auntie Bess, hear Auntie Bess, a holla. Hear Auntie Bess, hear Auntie Bess, hear Auntie Bess, a holla. Beautiful. Next bit. This is using a little bit of the Guyanese patois. For the morning, cock a crow. In the morning, the cock crows. Here Auntie Bess, a holler. She's calling out. Yeah. Lift up your bundle, there we go. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Lift up your bundle, there we go. Got 1, 2, lift up your bundle. Lift up your bundle, there we go. Here Auntie Bess, a holler. So for the morning, cock a crow. Here Auntie Bess, a holler. Lift up your bundle, now we go. Here Auntie Bess, a holla. Yeah. Good. Let's just practice that bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. For the morning, cock a crow. Here Auntie Bess a holler. Lift up your bundle, now we go. Here Auntie Bess a holler. The next bit goes, this is one of my favourite bits. Oh, I see a holler, oh, I see a holler. Why is she calling? Oh, I see a holler, oh, I see a holler, oh, I see a holler for. Yes, she a holler, yes, she a holler. Here, Auntie Bess a holler. It almost doesn't really matter, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I see a holler, oh, I see a holler, oh, I see a holler for. Yes, she a holler, yes, she a holler. Here, Auntie Bess a holler. And here we go. Last bit goes. I feel like a morning star. I feel like a morning star. Beautiful. So, actions. We've only got a few minutes. Here Auntie Bess, here Auntie Bess, here Auntie Bess a holler. Here Auntie Bess, here Auntie Bess, here Auntie Bess a holler. For the morning cock a crow, here Auntie Bess a holler. Lift up the butt, lift up your mandel, out we go. Here Auntie Bess a holler. What's she a holler? What's she a holler? What's she a holler for? Yes she a holler, yes she a holler. Here Auntie Bess a holler. I feel like a morning star. I feel like a morning star. Are you ready? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Start dancing around the room. Start dancing around the room. Right, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go with your actions. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. From the top. Here Auntie Bess. Here Auntie Bess. Here Auntie Bess a holler. Here Auntie Bess. Here Auntie Bess. Here Auntie Bess a holler. For the morning cock a crow. Here Auntie Bess a holler. Lift up the bundle, now we go. Here Auntie Bess a holler. Where she a holler? Where she a holler? Where she a holler for? Yeah, she a holler. Yeah, she a holler. Here Auntie Bess a holler. I feel like a morning star. 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 Last time I feel like a morning star. I feel like a morning star. Excellent work, Streetwise Opera. Excellent work, Streetwise Opera. Here, Auntie Bess. So, we've been looking at the life of Martin Carter, the Guyanese poet. We've been looking at The Knife of Dawn, written by Hannah Kendall. We've been looking at what was the inspiration and the process by which it was made. And we've followed up by looking at a little bit of Guyanese culture with Here, Auntie Bess. It has been absolutely wonderful working with you. I look forward to seeing you in Streetwise Sessions next week. Have a lovely day.